The animal story was from Mounds, Oklahoma. 2 miniature donkeys were found killed on their pasture outside of Mounds, and they have not been able to find who was responsible for it yet. Just a cruel act where the 2 miniature donkeys were shot for no reason. And a guy named David Wilhite, who owns the 2 donkeys, put up a $20,000 reward. This was back before the first of the year. No one has come forward yet, so now he has doubled that to $40,000 to find out the perpetrators of this terrible crime.
I just don't understand how someone could kill just innocent animals for the heck of it. They were my friends. They weren't just 2 donkeys out in the pasture. So we're not, multimillionaires, but it just means that much to me. Anything I can do, I will do. They deserve it because they didn't deserve what happened to them.
You can hear the pain in his voice.
So bad for that
He's
guy.
distraught.
$40,000 for miniature donkeys. Yeah, he's distraught, and they were just killed for no reason. It's just sad.
Hate that.
And useless. And he says, we're not made of money, but I'll put up $40,000 because I want justice done for these 2 donkeys.
So it sounds like, I'm not obviously, given the content of this program and the makeup of the program, no one here knows anything about farming either. But you can't do much with a miniature donkey, can you? As a draft animal?
He said they were just pets, basically.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
found
that's what they are.
Pete and Patsy, and he called them our lap dogs because they would always come around. He petted them and everything, and they were just
The lass.
heinously, and they were just heinously
Lasses.
murdered.
What do you think your wife would give out a reward for her dog?
Our dog? If our dog were killed heinously like that,
Or held for ransom?
what
What would she pay?
I think she'd pay $100,000.
No.
I do. I think she'd pay $100,000 for that dog. I do. I think she'd have to
Really?
go. I think she'd break into our 401k. And I think the 2 of us would have to have a long discussion about that.
I don't think it'd be that long.
I think she'd go to our 401k and try to get out $100,000 and pay the ransom if our cockapoo was held for ransom. I do.
Go putting ideas out there.
In fact, a friend of ours just had something. This was husband and wife, and the wife absolutely loves their dog. And, of course, the husband doesn't. We're very similar. Okay, and they're friends of ours. And they just had something happen to their dog. They went to the dog started acting very strangely, erratically.
Big dog, little dog?
Little dog.
Have you met the animal?
Yes, I've met the animal. I mean, medium-sized dog. I forget the type of dog it is. And it's...
Is the word oodle or poo in it?
Yeah, there's a poo in it, but I don't remember. Cava? Is it Cava poo?
Cava poo?
Her teats got really hot to the touch.
Happens.
When Dave walks in the room.
They bulge and get hot.
Have you felt a hot teat in your day, Dave?
Have I?
Yeah.
All right, not today, but yes.
Well, the dog started acting erratically, and I think this was on Thursday or Friday, and so they were looking at the teat and found...
Is the animal in heat?
Well, that's what they thought. Maybe
Is the animal not spayed?
No, the animal was spayed. That's what. So the animal was spayed.
Oh, yeah.
And so they called the vet. Eventually, they called the vet, and the vet said, we don't have any appointments available until Tuesday. And this was Friday. And they said, okay, we'll bring her in on Tuesday. Well, she got worse and worse, and the teats got hotter and hotter. And hot. And they said the dog was acting like it was rabid.
You got to go to the hospital.
Well, they took the dog to the emergency vet.
Oh, boy.
Okay, now that's pricey.
It's pricey, but sometimes you have to go.
Yep.
Of course. They had to go to the emergency vet. Now, I've done that myself. Well, the vet said, this dog is pregnant. And the...
What?
Okay, right. Right.
If they don't name that,
right.
If they don't name one of the puppies Jesus.
Okay.
It's Mary and Joseph in Bethlehem.
They took one look at that dog and felt its hot teats and said, this dog is pregnant. And the owner, my friend, said, can't be. Dog's been spayed. And they said, well, then we need to run a ton of tests. And the guy said, what's it going to cost us? They said, $1,200 to run all these tests.
Don't worry about the cost.
Okay. Well,
That's not a simple blood test? Well,
No.
I guess if you've ruled out pregnancy.
they ruled out pregnancy and said, we need to run more tests.
Might have
and
to do
more.
ultrasound.
Okay, all that stuff. $1,200. And my friend said, well, I don't want to pay it. So he called his wife and said, look, we got a hot-titted dog. I'm not going to pay $1,200 to find out why the dog's got hot teats. We're just not going to do that. Okay?
Wasn't that an Ace Frehley song?
But
hot-titted dog.
What a hit. But
What in the world?
Deep cut. That's a deep cut.
Yeah,
for
it's a
you.
deep cut. It's on that solo record.
Yeah, that's right. So she says, "You pay whatever it takes. We're finding out what's heating these dogs'
That's
titties
right.
up. We're finding this out."
You ever dealt with hot teats? I can't say that I have, actually. Then you will understand.
here comes old Hot Teats.
So they did test after test after test, all come back normal. Finally, the vet says, "This is a hysterical pregnancy. This dog thinks it's pregnant, but it's not."
Get up and leave.
Have you ever heard of anything
Psychological?
like that? Psychological
Come
pregnancy.
on.
So some hormones got crossed?
I guess. Hysterical pregnancy. Dog thinks it's pregnant, about to give birth. That's why its teats are so hot. And that's why it's acting so erratically.
You're
And-
going to have to milk it.
Can you milk a dog?
It has nipples.
You can milk anything with nipples.
I have nipples. Can you milk me?
Well, I haven't tried it. How hot are they? How hot are your teats?
Not very this morning.
We'll warm them up. Put a hot towel on them.
So he called his wife and said, "I just spent $1,200 to hear this hot titty dog has got a hysterical pregnancy. It's not actually pregnant, and it had already been spayed. They knew that it couldn't get
For a
pregnant.
fact. They didn't miss a...
No. Well, they thought we're going to sue our vet, the regular vet, but
not
no.
doing it
But
properly.
the emergency vet found, oh no, they did it properly.
Okay.
It was, it was not. It's not. It had been spayed. It thinks it's pregnant. It's not. So I've never heard
We've
of
all
that.
been there.
Yeah.
Hysterical pregnancy. I'm late.
I'm hysterical.
I don't know how much I like you.
So it's too late for Plan B.
Look, I got to go golfing, but can we talk later?
I just want to say there are options.
Okay, so
Yeah, a few hours aren't going to make a difference.
So the vet says, hide all the dog's toys because the dog will associate the toys with puppies and will defend them to the death. So if you were to get near the toys, it would become aggressive toward you.
What?
It covets the toys in place of
the young.
in place of the young. So if you get near the toys in its view, so hide the dog's vision and go, and then one of you keep the dog, for instance, in the car. The other of you hide the toys where the dog would never look.
For how long?
Weeks, 4 weeks,
Do the titties go down?
till the titties go down. And when those titties cool, you can bring the toys back out. Can you believe that? And there's nothing
That's
to be
the
done.
craziest thing I've ever heard.
Never heard of that? A hysterical pregnancy.
Cool
That's right.
titty.
Sorry, I'm not pregnant. I was just acting crazy. I'm just a little late, but I'm fine.
Where's all my stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Took my ass.
Unbelievable.
Where's my sweatshirt and toothbrush?
Yeah.
So yesterday, I only heard my wife's half of the conversation, and I didn't know what was going on. This story was relayed to me, but my wife, our friend, was telling my wife this, and my wife was saying, "Well, how hot are the teats?" And I, looking over it, "Well, how long have the teats been hot?" And I was like, "Who's got hot teats?" And then $1,200. Unbelievable.